Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I'm back with more Lego, and this time very happy that I was able to get my hands on this Lego Technic McLaren P1. I am a pretty big fan of these bigger Technic cars and display models that they make, so I definitely was looking forward to getting this one. This retails here in the US for around $450 plus some tax. I did get this from the lego.com website when they recently had their double points that they have here in October of 2024. As you guys can see there, nice packaging. I think this thing is about 3,800 or close to 3,900 pieces. So certainly a pretty big build, but just wanted to show you guys there. That's the awesome packaging of the actual P1 from McLaren. Really nice, almost carbon fiber like blue look here on the box, and you got this nice glossy P1 logo, as you guys could see there. It's a pretty big hefty box. I'm gonna attempt to turn this around right now. On this side here is pretty much the actual model itself. So you guys can see it there. That's where you see all the information, right? The McLaren P1, set 42172, and yeah, 3,893 pieces. So certainly a big hefty model, 1/8 scale, in a very, I guess, similar, or at least it looks similar to the Porsche, but I think this one maybe slightly different hue of orange there, but really cool looking vehicle. So to try and give you guys a bit of a look here on what you get inside the box, this is what's inside once you take the upper top portion of the box out, and you've got this nice again a picture of the car itself, of the P1 from the top view, and you've got these flaps and this nice thick cardboard, again following the same, I guess, almost carbon fiber like look from the outer carton. And you open these up, and there's, again, here's the 3 boxes. I'll try to pick this up and show you guys. Here on the flap on the left is a nice picture of the vehicle itself, of the Lego model itself. And then when you look here on the right, this flap has the actual vehicle. Really nicely done pictures. And then of course in here we've got the box with all the different parts. And you can, I'm going to attempt to pull these out, although they look pretty big, but essentially you could take this out. You could take one flap here. This flap's connected to what looks to be box number 2, and they are numbered, so that's really cool. So you could pull this out, and in here I guess it's all blue, nicely done. And I'm going to assume that this opens from here to reveal the bags that are in there. So, and here on the bottom part of the box, it looks like you're able to put together a picture of essentially the model itself from the back side. Middle box here, I'm gonna assume this is box 1. So again, these are all numbered, and all the back parts are in here. But as you guys can see, here's the picture of the model itself. So this would be bag 1, and then of course I'm going to assume this right flap is bag 3. So yep, there is bag 3, and you still continue that blue look there. So in here we have the books themselves and some more boxes. Again, trying to figure out, okay, so this is just a spacer essentially in between the two there, but that's, I think, really nicely done. You can put that back. So all that's left in here is essentially the books. You do get 2 of them. So again, this is going to be pretty big build. I'm used to these because they're, you know, have all the other ones from the same series, but you guys could see there how complicated this gets. So that's book 1, and then we also then have book 2 here with the back end, and again same thing. Thankfully I don't see any stickers, at least not yet. I haven't, as you guys can see, just opened this, so I haven't had a chance to look through the rest of the boxes. And then just in here in the carton, there's like a insert left over that I'm trying to take out to show you guys, but it looks like this. So that's the insert that's inside of there. So certainly they do go out of their way to give this a very premium feel in packaging. I think it's the least they could do, considering this is $450 odd, so it's pretty expensive. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy building this, and you know, hopefully the end result is a very enjoyable model. All right, guys, so check it out here. A couple of weeks later since I started this build, definitely very involved. Finally got the Lego Technic McLaren P1 done. Again, I hadn't built one of these complex cars in quite a while. I do have all of them so far that have been released, but I guess I had forgotten you know, all that goes into building these things. But overall, you know, extremely happy with it. Again, I think the car came out great. Obviously, when it comes to Lego, a lot of the similarities to the actual car are now one-to-one, right? You're using bricks essentially to build a model here. So as you guys could see there, I think it definitely does look the part. It may not be one-to-one to an actual McLaren P1, but I think for the pieces they used, I think they have accomplished it pretty well here. I have this on a turntable. That's why you see the tires are kind of floating there. But starting off, definitely love that rear end. I think it looks really nice. I think they did a great job capturing the look there of the McLaren P1 pretty well. One of the play features here that they include, if you wanted to, is there's this little gear here that lifts up the spoiler. So if you turn this is all connected and it's part of the build, you can lift up the spoiler there, probably about that much. Again, pretty cool. And again, I appreciate that they use these orange and red elements here to represent the tail lights. I know it looks very gappy here, but I think for my book it kind of does what it's supposed to do there. And then as we move on to the side, you can see the spoiler there. You can see the wheels. Again, pretty cool looking car. You also do get a working trunk. So right here on the front, you've got a trunk that opens, and you've also got a bit of a prop rod. So you've got this thing here that hooks up into the red part here, and that helps you prop up the rod there. Inside of here, they do give you a little bag. I remember, I think the Porsche specifically and the Bugatti Chiron that kind of came out of the Lego Technic sets also gave you a little bag. This one kind of nondescript, no printing or anything, but there's a little, I guess, McLaren bag that goes neatly sort of stored there into the little compartment that you have there, and then you can take the little prop rod off, and boom, that closes. Again, really cool. And same thing here with the front headlights, I think, and the whole bottom chin spoiler. I think they did a good enough job here that I think they managed to capture the overall look of this vehicle. Certainly love the big wheels here with these really thin rubber band tires, which looks really cool. Then speaking, as we get here to the side, you do have a door. So obviously part of the build is in building this door mechanism. So these doors do open up and to the side. So I don't know what you call these, I think gull wing doors or what have you. So that is something that you could do here. I don't know if you could tell, but you've got this whole Technic thing there. And same thing, you can do the same thing on the other side. And just to take you around here, you could take this door and do the same thing here, lift it up, and it kind of goes in there, and you could see some of the interior in that case. There you go. This is pretty much what it looks like with the doors open, and it's a little close, but it'll give you a bit of a farther away look, a bit of an area look here, so you guys could see what this looks like from the top here. Pardon the lighting and the shadow. You could see some of the engine there, the engine cover. So again, pretty cool. One of the other things too, as far as these cars go, it does have an actual suspension. So I'll take it off the turntable in a bit. But you also get to get somewhat, I guess, of a working transmission. So there is a gear shifter there that you could use to shift the transmission. So again, it goes part of the build. So you have to build this really complex system of gears, etc. But that's what you use that gear shifter for. And you also have your paddle shifters to shift as well. That is like the reverse and forward, neutral, and then this is the actual gear shift. So you do have those as well, that you could do that. The only bad thing is you could see, obviously, I know they introduced this as a play feature, but obviously if you're an adult like me, it's really hard to get your hands in there. So just something you have to deal with. Steering, of course, or steering that works. So you guys could see, you move the steering wheel there, and the wheels in the front move left and right. Not a huge turning radius, very small. But you know, it's there. I think it's serviceable. I guess I mentioned the wheels. Of course, you do get your printed calipers to match the brake calipers to match the rest of the car. So again, pretty cool. One other thing that you could do back here is, I don't know if you could see this, maybe better from the top. You could see that there's these orange pins. Those are meant to be taken out, and you can lift up this whole cover to give you a better look into essentially what is the engine, right? You see the printed piece with the McLaren logo here, and then the P1, which looks really cool. But that's the only bad thing, I guess, about these builds, is you build this nice, awesome, complex set of gears or an engine or what have you, and then it all gets kind of covered up by this. So I think in this case, they try giving you the option of removing this pin, so you could take the whole thing out and display it that way. If you like. Me specifically, you know, for me, these are display models, right? I play around with them once I get them done, but essentially, because I love displaying cars, this is pretty much what I get them for. They're going to sit nice and neat next to my other Lego Technic vehicles there. And as I said, you do get a working suspension. So here in the front, you could push this down. Not a lot, but there are springs or in this case that you could use to push down. And then same thing on the rear. You can push this down here. So again, pretty cool that it has all those features. As I said, it was a very complicated build. I'm going to try to see if I can show you. Well, I guess first you can see this awesome side profile. I think the car looks best this way. Again, looking really cool. Here it is from the top. Give you a bit of that view there. I guess if you want to see a bit of all the craziness that goes on under here, you could see all the different gears and Lego pieces and craziness that has to be built in the correct order, otherwise things will not work right, whether it's transmission or in this case a lot of this stuff is for the spoiler. So as you turn this, you know, things kind of move in place the way they're supposed to, in gearing, etc. So again, if I look at this as a puzzle, right? I build it, it's complex, and once it's done, I'm glad it's done. I do love the complexity, but you lose a lot of it once you're done building the car, right? Because it's covered by the body panels. And as I said, a lot of the play features are a little hard to access, at least for me, right? You can play with the steering if you want, but you could see it, there's a little hard to get your hand in there. It's got an interior, it's got seats, got the shifter, got the steering. Cool thing about this set is, of course, for the price, every piece is printed. So again, that's really cool. That includes the plaque for the car here. You guys could see McLaren P1 and all the different little specs of the car. 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds. That's faster than I can think. And everything else, power displacement. So again, that's really cool. They include these. I think they started including this with the previous Ferrari that was out, because prior to that one, they didn't have these plaques. I think they had little things that would tell you the name of the car. So in this case, this is a fully printed plaques. Again, really cool. Mirrors here. You can move them left and right, but again, that looks awkward, so you want them straight. Yeah, so overall, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I think this is a worthy addition to my crazy Lego Technic collection in this size here. And just to give you a bit of a comparison, here it is the McLaren P1 next to the previous release in this series of the Ferrari Daytona SP3, if I remember correctly. So again, I think once you get these two here together, they look pretty cool. That was my intent. I'll be displaying these side by side, but they look really nice together there, the two of them. And one last comparison here to the Lego Technic 911 RSR. So this is like a racing version of, I think, the GT3, if I'm remembering correctly. Whole different scale. I believe that white Porsche is 1/18th maybe, and that had stickers. So a whole different class and price point to these bigger Lego Technic vehicles, right? Again, this is 400, this is way less, so I guess you do expect some kind of stickers, but whole different size there. You guys could see them together side by side, just to show you the size difference there. All right, guys, so I think that's going to do it for me. Overall, I am pretty happy with this thing. Again, this is, I think, retails for a little over $400 or something to that effect. Again, I'm into collecting all these vehicles. I'm into cars in general, so for me this was definitely worth it. Certainly I know they try to add all these play features like the steering, the suspension, the movable spoiler in the back, etc. I think that's really cool. It's nice. I certainly do like the aspect of building the engine, suspension, and connecting all that. This did take a lot of time. But again, as I said, I look at this as a puzzle. I enjoy the build process. I enjoy a little intricacies, building things just right to eventually end up with a cool little model like this. I will be displaying alongside my other Lego Technic vehicles. So again, pretty cool, vehicle design in my book. I do like it. I think is a worthy addition to the other ones, Porsche 911 GT3, the Bugatti Chiron, the Lamborghini. I forget what kind of Lamborghini it is now at this point, and then of course the Ferrari. So far pretty happy with these. I do like the way they've spaced these out. At least I would think maybe every other year would be nice, because again, these are pretty expensive, and also they do take up a lot of room, so something to consider. But anyway, if you made it to the end, let me know your thoughts. Again, do you have these? Are you into these? Maybe not so much into building a whole model that will just sit there. Yeah, let me know. But if you made it to the end, again, thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, anything I could help out with, always happy to help. But thank you so much. I will catch you in the next video. Take care.